A European city in focus. Metropolitans.
They call them the houses of the National Revival. They dot the old town of Plovdiv, the second city of Bulgaria, with about 400,000 inhabitants. These houses, built when a wave of patriotism was sweeping through Bulgaria, date from the 19th century. Besides being an attraction for tourists, they are the symbol of a city which lives off culture and arts. The old town of Plovdiv has become the natural backdrop for exhibitions and concerts. Mila Pavlova, a Bulgarian flautist, tells us her story, how the city inspired her to found a music festival in the Balabanov House, one of the old town's most famous buildings.
I've always known the Balabanov's house as a symbol of the culture of Plovdiv. But it was 2 years ago, when I had concert in this very hall, that I really felt the charm of this place. And then came to me the idea of reviving an old and a little forgotten tradition of these so-called home concerts, when the owners of these rich and beautiful houses of the revival in Plovdiv invited famous musicians to play, even with the members of the family and with their friends. October was the first time when this festival happened here in Plovdiv, and I called it Days of Music in the Balabanov's house. Some of the best Bulgarian musicians played really close to the audience and had contact with the people. This house was so crowded that there were people even in the front yard and in the street. And when I looked through the window, I even had tears in my eyes and said that I was happy. This was really an event in the cultural life of Plovdiv. You see how beautiful is this house, this big hall with these ceilings with wood carvings and the pictures of big Bulgarian painters on the walls, and really remarkable acoustic. And there is even a small balcony in the hall, as if a balcony in a theater. So as if this house was built to give concerts inside.
These houses have a unique architecture built around living and dining areas on the second floor, with the ground floor usually used for storage. Some of them have become museums, like the Ethnographic Museum, dating from 1847. Krashimir Linkov, himself a painter, is the director of the City Gallery of Fine Arts, the largest museum of its kind in Plovdiv.
От друга страна се раждат културни събития.
The atmosphere of the old city stimulates the work of a lot of artists. It's given birth to a lot of cultural events over the years and is a unique integration of heritage and contemporary life. At different times of the year, the old city of Plovdiv hosts a variety of cultural events. For example, in the autumn we have a culture month with lots of exhibitions from all of Bulgaria's prominent painters, organized in the yards and inside the old houses. I cannot compare the atmosphere of the old city of Plovdiv with anywhere else. I would even say that approaching Plovdiv, visitors start to slow down and move through the ages.
The history of Plowdiv dates well back before the national revival Old Town. The splendid 2nd century Roman theatre, built by the Emperor Trajan, is there to prove it. There's also the stadium, among the largest Roman structures in the Balkans. Built over as the city grew, and now lying under the main street, it has been partially excavated. We asked the Minister of Tourism how the heritage of old cities contributes to the Bulgarian economy.
In a very strong way. Bulgaria is the center of 3 ancient cultures. This is the Thracian, the Roman, and the medieval Bulgarian culture. Especially the Thracian has been a unique proposition which can not be found anywhere else in the world. We keep discovering golden treasures, ancient tombs.
One of the main treasures is the Panagurishte gold trove, dating from between the 4th and 3rd century BC. It's a set of objects used in rituals related to Thracian mythology. Today it's displayed in Plovdiv's recently renovated archaeological museum.
Tourism generates roughly around 10% of our GDP. Bulgaria has traditionally been known for summer beach and sun resorts, and for our winter skiing resorts. Where the state could help, and we do it, is in alternative tourism. These are the rural tourism, the spa, and the wine, and cultural and historical.
In the streets of Plovdiv and on the faces of its people, we can see traces of the different cultures that shaped its history. From Thracian to Macedonian, from Roman to Slav, from Gypsy to Armenian, Turkish and Bulgarian. Religion is another pillar of Bulgarian culture. Near Plovdiv is the monastery of Bachkovo, dating back to the 12th century, the 2nd largest in Bulgaria and perhaps the most beautiful. The monks gave our cameraman only a few minutes because filming is not usually allowed. But as you can see, he made the most of it, and it was worth it. As it was filming the nearby Assen Fortress, a 13th century border fortification built against Crusader raids, which stands on the edge of a crag with a sheer drop into the river. The path into the fortress runs along the very edge of the precipice. A symbol of historic charm, but forged in the horror of medieval bloodshed, which, on a misty day, is also evident.